I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Bunton.
Here.
Campbell.
Here.
Dempsey.
Here.
Ford.
Here.
Fournier.
Here.
Crop. Here. Menser.
Here. Okay. Announcements, acknowledgements, communications, and reports. Do we have any? None? Okay. Adoption of the agenda as presented.
Motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
Support.
Roll call, please.
Bunton.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
Menser.
Yes.
Okay, public participation time. This is the time you may address this body. All we ask is that you give us your name and address, and you keep your comments to 3 minutes. And the mic is open. Seeing none. Come on.
Ricky Stevenson, 69 Bain Street. Our country is facing dark times now. Racism, white supremacy, and discrimination have taken center stage under this current administration. Prior to our last city meeting, 31 people were murdered because of this in Dayton, Ohio, El Paso, Texas. Since then, West Virginia, California. The ideas for this is coming from the dark web, that which tries to divide and cause people to do hateful things. We all have the right to freedom of speech, but when it causes hurt, harm, and danger, therein it becomes illegal. During the last meeting, a racist statement was read from over 70, 80 years ago, alluding that jazz and the blues came out of the drug culture. I'm here to set the record straight. Jazz and blues came out of how African Americans were able to verbalize their lives without being killed or murdered. It was their way of putting out the struggles of racism and discrimination and how they dealt with it in a form of protest. We all have the right to freedom of speech. We all have to be careful on how we pull from the web as if it was true. We all know everything on the web is not true. It's just somebody's way of putting out their freedom of speech. But when it becomes so-called fact for some people's way of thinking, it can become harmful. Our First Amendment to free speech should bring us together to get compromised and learn of each other, instead of causing people to be murdered, killed, because of who they are and what they do.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hello, Mike Zubas, 221 Cass. I wanted to elaborate on some of the things that I said last time because I didn't want to leave it there. I felt like there was more to the story because I thought I could get all of what I want to say in 3 minutes, but I did not. So here I go. Now, originally, the original conversation was something else. I'll leave it back there. But what I wanted to get behind it was that there was a lot of, at the time, there was a lot of different ideas going on that have become different today. And they were back then, of course, as society moves along with itself. But back then, a lot of interesting things came together, mostly money interest and whatnot. See, the original problem with all this, the war on drugs, was that it was originally used as a way to ban the hemp product that coincides with the plant, the sister plant, if you will, as there are two plants, the cannabis and the hemp plant. I don't know the Latin word for it, but originally, 2 years before the movie Reefer Madness came out, in the popular science magazine, there was an article called The $1 Billion Crop. And a lot of people saw that when we can make hemp out of wood, we can make hemp out of, or we can make hemp into wood, into clothing, into a lot of products. Even Henry Ford made a hemp car where he drove it up to the Henry Ford headquarters and started beating on the fender, and nothing happened to the fender because the hemp fibers were so interwoven as it would be like fiberglass. So there's a lot of potential in hemp, but there was a lot of interest in keeping hemp illegal because a lot of people had a lot of money in other things that hemp would have taken over. So the whole idea behind that was to get rid of hemp, you make the other sister plant look like the bad guy. And they really did a very good job at that at the time, but I wanted to stress that it wasn't mostly about the things. That was the effect. The cause was that somebody needed to get to that point, to get everybody riled up about that. And at the time, you got people riled up about those things in that form, in that manner. So the idea of what they have has changed, of course, as with time always does, but the intention is still the same, to keep that one thing under wraps. But since it's industrialized now, and there's even crops out on the west side of the state, I hope that will change in the near future. So what I want to say is I think the city really needs to look into testing facilities, because the Walled Lake one just got shut down for fudging their numbers. So the only place that can test cannabis, whether it's medical or recreational, is in the city of Detroit when it comes to the Thumb area. The next one's nearby Lansing. So there's a bit of a distance. So I feel like we could really find a way to get a lot of investment into the community and back out of the community, as I know we don't get the same fee levels as we do, but seeing a lot of scientists and inspectors come into the city and do their job would be a lot better.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hello, Brandon Bowman, 150 Cass Avenue, Director of the Mount Clemens Library. I'm just here tonight to invite all of you to come to our event that we have coming up this Thursday night, which is the Blue Cat Band. They do blues, jazz, rock and roll. So we're doing an outside performance on the backside of the library. I'd like to see everybody there if possible. It's all ages show, so they do a great job. This is one of our first programs that we offer with our new programming budget in place. So we've really increased our programming over the next couple of 6 to 12 months. You'll see a vast increase in the number of programs we're doing on a weekly basis. This is the first one. Next week we have a movie day on Monday at 1:30, and we decide the movie of the day depending on the audience that's there. And then on Tuesday we have an ice cream social at 2:30. That's open to everybody, and we give away ice cream and just have a place where people can come and converse. And so again, I'd like to invite everybody to that as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What time is the concert? Sorry, you said
7 o'clock.
7
Sorry.
o'clock. Okay.
What day was
7
it?
p.m. this
Thursday.
Thursday the 22nd.
Anyone else? Okay. Administrative responses to issues or questions raised during the previous meeting. Mr. Wood.
A resident asked if the high water levels on Lake St. Clair were creating any issues at the wastewater and water filtration plants. The high water levels of Lake St. Clair and its tributaries have not impacted the treatment of wastewater or water filtration in the city of Mount Clemens. The water levels have also not caused any flooding issues in the city as seen in other communities nearer the lake.
Need a motion to approve the minutes from previous meetings?
Motion to approve the minutes of August 5th, 2019.
Support.
Roll call?
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunting.
Yes.
Okay, general business 9A, approval to renew the agreement with the Clinton Watershed Council for stormwater education. I need a motion.
Move to approve and authorize the execution of the agreement for services between the City of Mount Clemens and the Clinton River Watershed Council.
Support.
The attached agreement is a renewal for services by the Clinton River Watershed Council to provide stormwater education for the MS4 stormwater permit. The agreement between the City of Mount Clemens and the Clinton River Watershed Council fulfills the requirements by the National Pollution Discharge Elimination System stormwater permit for its public education plan. The city attorney has reviewed the agreement, which is for a 5-year term and can be terminated upon 90 days written notice by either party.
Questions? Commissioner Menser?
I just kind of wanted to verify that the services outlined in this agreement are for the entire watershed, not throughout Macomb County, not just the city of Mount Clemens, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And in this contract, it mentions that every September there is a river cleanup, and that happens to be Saturday, September 21st. It is the 18th annual Clinton River Watershed Council, Clinton River Cleanup. They are looking for volunteers. They will provide bags, gloves, waders, and grabbers for picking up trash. In 2018, the volunteers picked up 4,000 pounds of trash. So if you want to volunteer for that, and find the locations along the Clinton River they're going to be cleaned up, you can contact the Clinton River Watershed Council. You can email the director of that, Kathleen, at crcw.org, or you can call them at 248-601-0606.
Commissioner Crop?
So back to the contract, under 2.2 scopes of services, where it talks about the fees, it says it's going to increase by a minimum of 2% a year. Have we seen a significant increase in the past, few years, or is this just?
The 2014 contract had the same amount for each year for all 5 years.
It did, okay.
It didn't increase at all.
Okay. Okay.
This is different than the prior contract.
So we
it
we
is
do
increasing.
anticipate the
It
increasing?
is increasing, just
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
You see, the numbers they have are sums not to exceed.
Yeah.
right. So where these rates are not the same as, you said in 14, it was like one rate and it just stayed the same.
Went for all 5 years, yes.
So this is a new pay schedule.
Yeah.
Are they increasing the scope of what they're doing for
No.
us?
No.
No, just an increase in service.
And there is no like other entity, right? We have to go with them because we have to have it as a certification.
Correct.
But there's no other entity. It's not like we can say, well, we're gonna go to this watershed council.
No, you can go to Oakland, I guess.
Right, okay.
No.
Okay, just checking. Wonderful.
Anyone else? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunting,
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
9B, request to adopt a fee schedule pursuant to the abandonment/vacant non-residential structure ordinance 18.520. Need a motion?
Move to approve the attached resolution setting annual registration and inspection fees pursuant to the City of Mount Clemens abandoned, vacant, non-residential structure ordinance number 18.520.
Support?
On July 1st, 2019, the Commission adopted the City of Mount Clemens abandoned vacant non-residential structure ordinance number 18.520. Pursuant to that ordinance, property owners shall be responsible for an annual registration and inspection fee for each vacant property after the initial partial year of registration, for which no fee shall be due. Said fee shall be billed annually by the city after the first year and shall be based upon the duration of the vacancy as determined and established from time to time by resolution of the City Commission.
Okay, so I'll go first.
Okay.
So when it says here, abandon, vacant less than a year, when does it take effect? Does it take right after?
1 year.
After 1 year.
From
So,
the date of the ordinance.
from the date of the
Date of
ordinance?
the ordinance, yes.
So we're
Today.
approving it tonight, well, if it goes through, we are approving it tonight.
And it will go into effect next July.
Oh, next July?
Yeah, the 1 year.
Would be
Oh,
fees.
the 1 year, I thought you said this,
Yes, no.
Okay, so
You'd
after
be
next July,
charging people
you
for 1
charge.
year.
right?
Next July.
After next
yes.
July, you can start charging
Yes.
for the event. Okay, that's what I want to know. Commissioner Menser?
I just wanted to know if there's a cap, because we've got here abandoned vacant 1 year, but less than two, $1,000 for, the fees and fines. Is there a cap? Because we've got some property that's been vacant for a very long time. Macomb Daily Building, 28 years?
There's no cap built into this resolution.
So if there is a building like the Macomb Daily Building that's vacant for that long, it could be well over 10,000, it could be 12,000, however many years it's vacant, that would be the fine.
Correct.
Okay,
Well, but, question, sorry.
Commissioner Crop?
It's changed ownership though, so does that reset the clock
No.
on that
No.
vacancy?
No, not pursuant to the ordinance, it does not.
But does that, so it doesn't allow, a new owner comes in and they are set at, it's been vacant for 10 years, they are set for that year, if they don't do anything within that year that they buy it, or, like, how does that work?
I believe
Right.
the ordinance says that changing ownership does not reset the fee schedule. So if a new owner came in and maintained it as a vacant structure, they would continue to pay the fees based on when the original fees began.
But if they came pursuant to the ordinance, if they came with
plans.
plans and
Okay.
development, then of course they wouldn't be,
Okay.
you know,
would
they
stop
wouldn't be
the-
charged.
It would encourage them,
Yeah.
when they buy it, to have a plan in mind,
Right,
knowing that that's the type of fee they would get, instead of changing LLCs and it's the same group and,
right,
you know,
right,
which
yeah.
can happen.
Right, right.
Anyone?
Just one other question.
Yeah.
This is kind of maybe petty, but it's kind of a very long name. And so I just wondered if there's like because it says, you know, abandoned, vacant, non-residential, are we just not, I thought at first it was gonna be the vacant commercial property. We can't use the term commercial? It just seems like it could be
No,
confusing for residents.
Because non-residential can include industrial,
Okay,
can include, you know, some other things.
Other terms of
Other
zoning.
than just commercial.
gotcha, okay. Sounds good.
Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Ford.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crap.
Yes,
Menser.
Yes.
Bunton.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes. 9C, request approval of the sale of vacant city-owned lot at 207 Court Street. Need a motion?
Motion to authorize the sale of 207 Court Street to Betty Joyce Hodges, and to authorize the mayor and the clerk to sign the necessary documents executing the sale.
Support.
Everybody support.
Everybody's supporting that one.
Yep.
Okay.
City administration is recommending that the city commission authorize the sale of 207 Court Street to Betty Joyce Hodges for the amount of $500. Ms. Hodges is the owner of the adjacent property at 250 North Walnut Street in the city of Mount Clemens. If approved, the city attorney will prepare the appropriate settlement statements and quitclaim deeds.
Questions?
I hope
Comments?
Betty enjoys her property.
Got to cut the grass first.
Roll call, please.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crap.
yes,
Menser.
Yes.
Bunton.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Now you can congratulate her and talk about the grass. 9D, approval of purchase and payments of invoices. Need a motion?
Move to approve purchase and payment of invoices as presented.
Support.
Any questions? Commissioner Menser.
I just wanted to say thank you to our wastewater treatment plant supervisor, Jason Pick, for specifically looking at the type and quality of the UV lamps, and for his clear explanation on why we have chosen the one bid.
Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Crap.
yes,
Menser.
Yes?
Bunton.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Consent agenda.
Move to approve consent agenda as presented.
Support. Roll call.
Menser.
Yes.
Bunton.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crap.
yes.
City manager's report.
The city offices will be closed on Monday, September 2nd, 2019, in observance of Labor Day. Refuse pickup will run one day behind schedule from September 2nd through the rest of that week. As a reminder, the first city commission meeting in September will be held on Tuesday, September 3rd, 2019. The Farmers Market on North River Road is hosting a Customer Appreciation Day in conjunction with their annual corn and pig roast on Saturday, August 24th, 2019, from 9 a.m. until it is sold out. The market will be open from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. For more information, please contact the Macomb County Chamber at 586-493-7660. And please join us for the Uptown concerts on Friday and Saturday nights in August. The concert's sponsored by Mount Clemens Downtown Development Authority, Bath City Bistro, Madison's Pub, Artist Music, and O'Halloran's Public House will begin at 7 p.m. by the Fountain Stage.
Any questions? Okay, Commissioner comments. Commissioner Menser?
I wanted to say welcome to Mr. Bowman, our library director. I think you're just doing some awesome, great programs at the library and bringing a lot more people in. So thank you for coming, and thank you for all the engaging programming that you're doing. I want to remind people that on September 11th, the Macomb County Fallen Heroes building right up, or memorial right up here in front of the courthouse on Main Street, we're going to have the ceremony as usual at 7 o'clock with the Sheriff Department Honor Guard and the Fire Department along with Chesterfield displaying the flag, and there will be some Patriot Riders, I understand, this year. That's a very important ceremony. It's a very moving ceremony. I think I've mentioned before, although the monument itself has our fallen heroes' names on it, the bricks around the monument are for our law enforcement and first responders. My dad has a brick on that. My brother has a brick on that. My nephew, who's a Border Patrol agent in El Paso, Texas, has a brick on that. So my whole family will be there in support of our first responders, and I hope to see some of you there too. The Mount Clemens Optimist Club is participating in the annual Soapbox Derby that's on September 7th. That, of course, is run and sponsored by the Lions Club, and the money they collect goes to charitable donations. So I hope to see everybody out there supporting the kids who are going to be driving those cars. We're hoping to have 64 cars in the Derby this year. I think the mayor is a judge this year. So it would be really great support for the kids of our city, for everybody to come out and participate. I wanted to say congratulations to the Mount Clemens Elite Cheer Team. They call themselves the Mount Clemens Storm. They won the 2019 NYAA Cheer Nationals in Orlando, Florida on July 20th. These are girls ages 8 to 19. Their head coach, who has been the coach for 15 years, Shelley Mitchell, is doing a wonderful job. One of the graduates who graduated this past May or June from Mount Clemens High is going to follow cheer in college. So we did our third Neighbors Helping Neighbors event last Sunday. It was a lot of work. There were 24 people that came out, and again, Coach Munchie Valley from the high school brought several of the football players and basketball players and some of the Junior Optimist Club people. We got a lot of work done in an amazingly short amount of time. It was phenomenal, and I think it was very successful. There will be another one. We're already planning for September. Watch for Gina New. She's coordinating all this. You will see Gina New's posts on Facebook and any of the Mount Clemens community pages. And I wanted to say the Goodfellows, the Mount Clemens Goodfellows had a really great golf outing on Saturday. It was a lot of fun. I volunteered at the Vegas hole. I thought I was going to bartend, but I ended up at the Vegas hole. It was a lot of fun to coerce everybody into betting how far that their shot would get from the tee box to the onto the green. We raised a lot of good money. There should be no child without a Christmas in Mount Clemens, thanks to the Goodfellows. And that's what I have.
Thank you. Commissioner Ford?
Over the weekend, I had the privilege to sit and watch Shady Side being used by, I believe it was a church, and it was packed. Kids were having fun. Everybody seemed to enjoy it. I like to see that more often. Also, the sheriff will have to patrol more. I had another shooting on Dickerson. This has got to stop. Somebody's going to get hurt. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Commissioner Fournier?
I would support you, Commissioner Ford, in saying that we have to do all we can so that these senseless shootings do stop. It's very sad. But I will say, I walked here tonight from my home, and, every month we get the statistics from the departments on how, and included in there is all the blight statistics and the things that the blight inspectors have to follow up on. But I wanted to say thank you to all the residents who do cut their grass, who do take care of their yards, who sweep the storm sewer after it storms that's in front of your yard. A special thank you to all of you that have fixed your sidewalks. And, we have a lot of wonderful residents who do their part, who follow the ordinances, that show respect for the city, and I really do thank them very much. That's all I have for tonight.
Thank you. Commissioner Button?
Okay, I would like to comment on Commissioner Ford's statement about the shootings. Actually, we need more police, and they not only do the ones we have need to be out in the neighborhoods more, we need to have more on staff because they're just obviously not able to cover the whole city. And it's going to get considerably, I won't say worse, it's going to be a greater demand in the near future with the marijuana laws that have been relaxed. So I encourage us to try to find, if we can, some kind of way we can budget more officers to be on the street, in the street, and taking care of our community. I guess I'll just go right into commissioner comments.
Wasn't that a comment? Sorry.
I guess so. Anyway, month-long celebrations. This is picnic month, and it is also family fun month, and those kind of go together. So get out and enjoy, because it's going to come to an end pretty soon. A special day is to celebrate, and I think everybody should have some kind of thing to celebrate on a regular basis. But if you don't, I have a few things that you might want to consider. National Senior Citizens Day. On August the 19th, 1988, President Ronald Reagan issued proclamation number 5847, creating National Senior Day to be August the 21st. So if you are a senior, enjoy your day any way you desire. After all, it is your special day. Take advantage of those senior citizen discounts and those senior citizen special events. Those who are not senior citizens should go, shut up. Those who are not senior citizens should go out of their way to make this special day a day that those seniors in your life can enjoy. August 26th, Women's Equality Day. This special day was created by a joint resolution of Congress in 1971 designating August 26th as Women's Equality Day. It was initiated by Representative Bella Abzug of New York to commemorate the passage of the 19th Amendment to the Constitution that granted women the right to vote. August 27th, Forgiveness Day. There's a global Forgiveness Day and there is a local Forgiveness Day. This is just one of two Forgiveness Days in the month of August. The other is the first Sunday in August. There is enough strife and trouble in the world that more Forgiveness Days can only help bring peace and harmony to a civilized human existence. We can do our part one person at a time. And Commissioner Wisdoms, there are two. Both of them are from Robert Orban. Smart is when you believe only half of what you hear, and brilliant is when you know which half to believe. Also, illegal aliens have always been a problem in the United States of America. Just ask any American Indian. And with that, I'll say good night.
Thank you. Commissioner Crop.
I too, like Commissioner Ford, also attended the event at Shadyside Park this Saturday, and with the Worship Center. And they did a fantastic job. My son Miles got to jump in the bounce houses and climb a rock wall, and every kid walked out with a backpack. And they had a haircut, a barber on site. It was a great event. They really did a nice job, and they fed everybody. It was good food, and what I also thought was really neat was how many kids were on the playground. So even though there was bounce houses and rock walls, they ended up migrating to the playground. And the playground we'd like to, of course, have to thank the Lions Club for for all of their donations towards that with the help of the city. I'm sorry?
Goodfellows.
Goodfellows.
Oh, sorry.
It was a Goodfellows.
Goodfellows. I stand corrected. Thank you for that. I want to thank the right people. So, and the basketball court was being used. It was a really good day. So, I attended the Mount Clemens State of the School address, and the superintendent, Teresa Davis, announced that the school district is no longer in a deficit situation. So they are coming out of the red, and this year should be operating on a budget that is no longer in trouble with the state of Michigan. So that's good news out of Mount Clemens schools. I attended the Clinton Place Community Mission Day and was able to volunteer, so I want to thank them for inviting me to volunteer on that. And they too had a really fun event for their residences and did a great job with that. Waterfront Wednesday is this Wednesday at 11:30. Bring your own lunch. Come and sit and enjoy the beautiful river and the beautiful mural that's on the river, and come and meet some of the people that also work downtown and are residents downtown. It's a fun event, and it brightens up your lunch. So 11:30 to 1 on the waterfront over by the gazebo this Wednesday. Good luck to all the students and teachers heading back to school in the next couple of weeks. It's a bad term right now in my household. Of course, they're in denial that the summer is ending, and I kind of am too. It'll be an exciting couple of weeks. So hopefully everyone is preparing and they have a great school year. A couple of residents have organized a citywide garage sale this weekend on Friday and Saturday. If you plan to participate, they are encouraging you to go on the Facebook event and just let them know what streets, so when they promote the event, they can let people know what streets are going to be participating. So hope everyone gets to sell a lot of the stuff they don't want any longer. And that's all I have today.
Is it only Friday and Saturday? It's not Sunday? When's the 25th? Is that a Saturday?
I don't know.
Because I thought it was from the 23rd to the 25th.
Might be.
So I think it's the whole weekend.
Friday,
just
Saturday,
to-
Sunday.
Yeah. Commissioner Campbell, welcome back.
Oh, thank you. The back to school is a bad thing in my house. But it's my last one, so. I do want to thank city administration for the abandoned vacant structure ordinance. I believe that it is going to be helpful in the look and stability of the city, so I want to thank them for that, and that's it.
Can I have a mulligan?
Sure.
Thank you to Jeff, because he made sure, sorry, Mr. Wood, that he made sure that the radar was on Bellevue last week, so appreciate
Yes.
that. And people were going slower, so thank you for that.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. It was a busy week. It sounds like for everybody it was a busy week. I attended the Winter's Circle Church on southbound Gratiot, and they had their back to school event also this Saturday. So I was able to sneak in at the end because I had a lot of other obligations that day. But they had a really good turnout, and Roscoe the Clown was there, so I took my granddaughter. She had a ball. I was also at Clinton Place, but I was a guest. I didn't volunteer. They didn't call me to volunteer, so I was a guest, and I enjoyed it, talking to a lot of the people that I know over there. I also attended the Kiwanis Club this past week, and the speaker was Ed Bruley, and he spoke about all of the art in the south end of town, what is happening with it at this point, and the new art that they want to bring in. He will be presenting that here at our next meeting. So you'll hear all about it. It's really interesting, and I think September 4th, or right? Is that Tuesday?
Third.
Third. So we've got that set up for him to come in here and explain it. I think everybody should hear it. It's a really worthwhile project, and he'll talk a little bit more about the upcoming project and what their thought is about placements and everything else. So it's been a busy week. It's going to be a busy summer, what's left of it. Enjoy it, and have a great Labor Day weekend. And with that, I need a motion to go into exec session.
So moved.
Support.
All in favor? Opposed? Take a 5-minute recess. Need a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Support. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.